I give the floor to the representative of Pakistan.
Thank you, Mr. President. We thank Under-Secretary General Lacroix, Executive Director Seema Bahuz, and Dr. Derso for their briefings. President, these briefings highlight the indispensable role of the United Nations for peace and stability in South Sudan. They also underline the critical need to build trust and resume dialogue among the parties. And they also stress how crucial it is for this Council and the international community to maintain political commitment and support with necessary resources, including for peacekeeping and humanitarian needs in South Sudan. We also take careful note of the Secretary General's latest report. Its central message is clear. The revitalized agreement remains the only viable framework to prevent relapse into wider conflict and to guide South Sudan towards inclusive governance and credible elections in December 2026. Pakistan stands firmly with the people of South Sudan in their quest for peace, stability, and development. We acknowledge the steps taken by the government of South Sudan to engage with the United Nations mission in South Sudan, the African Union, and the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, and other partners in addressing the challenges faced by the country. The recent visit of the AU Peace and Security Council to Juba and active efforts of the AU C5 Committee manifest regional leadership and African ownership. We are concerned by the erosion of power-sharing arrangements and escalation of hostilities that have caused civilian harm, displacement, and impediments to humanitarian access. These are fundamentally political challenges that require political solutions. We therefore urge all parties to de-escalate, to recommit to the 2017 cessation of hostilities agreement, and to return to an inclusive dialogue process. In this spirit, we support appeals by African Union and others for release of First Vice President 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐭 and other detained opposition figures to help restore trust and enable full implementation of the revitalized agreement. President, the dire humanitarian situation in the country is compounded by conflict, severe flooding, and a protracted cholera outbreak, besides the spillover of the war in Sudan. We call on donors to urgently resource the humanitarian response plan that is only 30% funded, and call on all actors to protect humanitarian personnel and respect international humanitarian law. UNMISS continues to play a stabilizing role through protection of civilians, local peace-building initiatives, and support for humanitarian access. Pakistan pays tribute to the sacrifices of UNMISS peacekeepers, including our own contingent, whose engineering units have built and maintained 80 kilometers of dykes protecting thousands of people in flood-affected areas. Such tangible contributions underscore the importance of an adequately resourced mission. We call on the host government to cooperate fully with UNMISS and fulfill its obligations under the SOFA. We note the ongoing implementation for contingency planning in light of the current liquidity crisis. Any reduction in resources must not compromise core tasks such as protection of civilians, facilitation of humanitarian delivery, or support to the peace process. The mission's ability to adapt flexibly to evolving realities while maintaining robust presence in sensitive areas will be crucial in the months ahead. Pakistan reaffirms its support for an African-led, regionally anchored approach in full respect of South Sudan's sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity. We believe that with genuine political will, regional solidarity, and sustained international support, South Sudan can fulfill the promise of peace and stability for its people. I thank you.